So yeah, let's jump into today's call. Shout out to everybody on the call so far. Really do appreciate you guys for tapping in. Myself and Mr. Aqua are really going to touch basis on some of the developments that have been happening and unfolding in the DeFi ecosystem and the crypto ecosystem on a granular scale, things that we've been telling you guys to tap into and pay attention to. So if you enjoy these deep dives, as always, myself and Mr. Aqua spitting the realest information, giving you guys gems to be paying attention to. Do us a favor, smash that thumbs up button and subscribe. If you're one of my followers, go head over to Mr. Aqua's both YouTube and X profile and give him a follow, and then do me a favor, vice versa. If you're one of Mr. Aqua's followers, we're going to be sharing some juicy information, playing some video clips, going over some breaking fundamentals that have taken place not only this week, but also just looking back over the past consecutive couple of months, proving to you all that institutions are for a fact interested in DeFi. You all should for a fact be getting educated about DeFi, because DeFi is the new wave. Earning on your digital assets is going to become the new normal. You do not want to be late to this party, just like you don't want to be late to crypto, right? You're a crypto enthusiast, you're involved in crypto, and a lot of people are not going to survive after the next bull market cycle because they're going to sell their crypto, their utility-driven assets, back into the traditional financial system for fiat, and fiat's depreciating at a rapid pace. Fiat currency, the physical form of fiat currency, is dwindling away left and right. We're heading into a digital era. You want to be educated on how to utilize your digital assets to earn yield, scale, and grow your wealth. And so in today's video breakdown, again, we're just going to touch on that and show you guys that for those of you all who have been paying attention, these developments are not only groundbreaking, but history is being rewritten, right? So let's jump in. I wanted to start off with Bitcoin because a lot of people are fading Bitcoin now. You guys clearly know I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. I held like 7 Bitcoin back in the day, sold about 5 of them, and I still hold 2 left. So I still like to keep up with Bitcoin fundamentals. What just took place with Bitcoin is insane to even see. And Mr. Aqua has been telling you all about this. The reason why I want to show you guys this is because, yet again, you can see the realness, not only in the information that we're posting, but we're trying to keep up with the times and the things that actually matter, not just pumping out bullish moonboy hopium price targets to you guys, and actually trying to keep you involved and educated and what you should be paying attention to survive in this digital ecosystem. So just thought I'd pull up some posts from Mr. Aqua. Again, this is his X profile. If you're one of my followers, go check him out. He's been telling you guys not to fade Bitcoin, not to believe that Bitcoin mining is bad for the environment, and that they're going to utilize mining and yielding to build out this new infrastructure. And whatever infrastructure you believe that to be, whether it's the electrical grid, the digital infrastructure, the financial infrastructure, digital assets are going to be at the forefront of that, believe it or not. And Bitcoin is going to play a massive role. It's not going anywhere. The largest institutions are embedded into it. There's hundreds of mining facilities that are funded and powered by these large organizations. Just go do your research. Mr. Aqua has done that research for you guys. If you guys want to fast track and get through that information, check out his YouTube as well. But something that just happened today, announced from Coinbase, big breaking news: Coinbase launches wrap Bitcoin on Ethereum and Base. This is massive. Why? Because what have myself and Mr. Aqua been telling you guys? Earning on your digital assets is the new wave. Check this out. This was just posted from Aerodrome. Wrap Bitcoin enables Bitcoin to be utilized as a fungible ERC20 asset in Base's dynamic and rapidly growing on-chain economy. You can literally now take your Bitcoin and you can go and earn yield on it. This is freaking massive, 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 massive. Like, this is so big, I don't even think people understand, right? How do you feel about this, Mr. Aqua?
I mean, it's super massive, bro. Like, you're going to finally be able to put your Bitcoin to work and actually earn yield, as opposed to just having it in your cold storage and waiting for the bull run to happen, having to endure the roller coaster ride to get there, which is, you know, some super gut wrenching, you know, bottoms. And then, like, you know, the entire time now you can be with a strategy. Don't just take what I'm saying and like, hey, let me go run and jump into this liquidity pool with my Bitcoin. Like, no, you need to really understand it. And that's, you know, one of the reasons why we put together Club 28, to give you the awareness and give you the understanding of DeFi. But this is massive. Like, and when we first came across like DeFi and started putting this all together, that was the one thing that I was always like, kind of like, you know, tilting my head, like, yo, like, how come we can't really earn? There's really not much opportunity with Bitcoin. And now it's massive. Like,
this is a blue chip. This is a blue chip pool right here, bro. USDC Bitcoin, Wrapped ETH Bitcoin. I mean, this isn't mining. You don't have to go out now if you want to earn yield on your Bitcoin and mine Bitcoin now. You can literally take the Bitcoin that you already earn, or just go put it into put money into an, again, not financial advice, money into another liquidity pool, transfer those earnings into this liquidity pool, and start earning off of Bitcoin liquidity pool. This is, I mean, this is so mind-blowing to me as a Bitcoin holder who's been holding now Bitcoin since 2017. This is so exponential. I will 110% be taking advantage of this opportunity on Aerodrome. For those of you all who don't know, over on the CYPRX YouTube, there's a whole entire playlist labeled Yield. It has 18 videos in it. We've touched on this platform before. I've shown you guys how I have over $24,000 deployed on this Aerodrome platform. Again, not financial advice. It's my personal portfolio and it's my personal risk. And I'm earning passively on Aerodrome over $900 a month in just passive income, allowing my digital assets to work. If you guys want to check that free content out, follow myself, follow Mr. Aqua on X, on YouTube, go look at this playlist, go check it out. And then if what we're talking about is interesting to you and you want to actually just educate yourself, maybe you don't want to deploy, maybe you are skeptical, maybe you do want to wait for regulations, get educated. What we're going to show you in today's video breakdown is that at a minimum, you should at least want to get educated, because this is the new wave. Okay. So I agree with you, man. Mr. Aqua, this is massive, man.
And I'll just say this too. It's like, you know, getting involved in the blue chip pools, especially something like Bitcoin, as opposed to like some meme token that just was rolled out a couple months ago, that's going to be a safer route. You know what I mean? And these are the types of conversations that we're having inside Club 28. But blue chips are where it's at. And, you know, before it was really just Ethereum was the king of blue chips. But now that Bitcoin is here, it's, man, this is really massive. I'm extremely excited.
Yeah, I apologize, guys. I wasn't sharing my screen. I just realized that. So here's Mr. Aqua's X profile real fast. Here's his YouTube. Here is the news from Coinbase talking about how, you know, they're launching Bitcoin on Ethereum and Base. And then here is the news from Aerodrome talking about liquidity pool options on the Aerodrome platform. And here is the CYPRX Yield playlist that you guys can go check out for free. So let's roll in. Let's start to talk about this massive breaking news from Grayscale. Now, obviously, of course, it's going to get a lot more hopium and attention right now than people are expecting compared to price action. A little bit of a price appreciation on XRP, so on and so forth. Don't expect trillions of dollars to just flood in overnight. That's unrealistic. Let's zoom out. Let's understand that this is a long-term game. Right off the bat, I want to say that. But people are sleeping on something else that Grayscale announced today outside of the announcement of the XRP trust. And it is something, yet again, here in the Wealth 28 Club, here in the CYPRX private community, and publicly to you guys, we have been mentioning, always attempting to show you all that we are trying to steer you in the right direction. What have we been talking about? So if we come over here, I just want to show you guys, this is a post from Saturday, August 3rd, 2024. This is from within inside our private CYPRX community. I was telling the private members that I am buying soy while it is below 65 to 50 cents. You guys can see right down here at the bottom, I said, buying soy, anything below 65 to 50 cents. And this is a screenshot from August 3rd, 2024. This is a post that I made on August 12th, 2024 to you guys publicly on Twitter or on X, where I said, I mentioned to our private community that soy was below 50 cents. And I also mentioned down here, soy has a well-developed DeFi ecosystem, and that is all cooking up. Between now and in the future, soy in the XRPL will see massive TVL increases over the next 8 to 12 months. And I just want to show you guys how well this is materializing. By the way, if you go take a look at the price of soy on August 3rd, 2024, you can see that price was below right here, roughly about 50 cents, hovering at about 49 to 48 cents. And price is now well over $1. Keep that in mind when I come back to this Grayscale announcement, because we can see everybody right now. You can even look at who's talking about this. Everybody's talking about breaking XRP trust. Okay. I'm not knocking any influencers, but that's everybody's focus right now. Well, Grayscale also announced today a soy trust. Would you look at that right here? Soy trust. This is announced, and it was actually announced before the XRP trust. what I'm trying to get you guys to see, it's not just all about XRP. There are so many other opportunities in this ecosystem, particularly focused on DeFi. The DeFi ecosystem on the Soy network is going to, for a fact, help institutions come into this space. They've partnered with Copper. They've partnered with Google this year. They've partnered with Fortify, right? There are so many things happening behind the scenes that not a lot of people are paying attention to because they're always so fixated on one digital asset, and that's most likely XRP, right? When in reality, it's not the only one you should be focused on. There are so many other opportunities. So we come over here to this post, yet another great day for Soy, up 13% on the day, hovering at about $1. How many people are expecting XRP to hit $1? Which I firmly believe it's going to happen in the next consecutive couple of months / years, 110%. And XRP is one of my biggest bags. But we were capitalizing on Soy below 50 cents, and it is now well over $1. Showing you guys that in the private community, people are profiting, people are paying attention to what we're putting out, and that we're dropping gems at the bottoms of price action. Okay. Here is a message from one of our private community members that just recently commented on one of the video posts from within inside our private CYPRX Wealth 28 Club community. And they literally say right here, so far, this content has been fully worth it, and I'm only 10% through. If you head over to the CYPRX Wealth 28 and you do become a member, there are hundreds of video breakdowns discussing and talking about how to get involved in DeFi, how to educate yourself on what DeFi is, how to deploy, how to utilize your digital assets. So that way, during the next bull market cycle, when these digital assets do pop off to maybe their new all-time highs, or maybe just revisiting their all-time highs, and you become significantly wealthier than you are now. Again, not financial advice. You do not want to be the type of person that is just selling your digital assets back into the traditional fiat system. You want to learn how to deploy your assets into the DeFi ecosystem to earn yield on your income. It's going to be so heartbreaking to see people sell for fiat because they become wealthy and then they lose it all. It's going to be disgusting to see, but it's going to happen. Don't let that happen to you. So I don't know if you want to touch on that, Mr. Aqua. How are you involved, or if you are involved or have been involved in the Soy network, if you want to touch on that?
Yeah, no, I'm actually not holding any SUI at the moment. I wish I was. I mean, I'm holding so many other digital assets in the space, though, like DeFi assets. But, to capitalize on what you were just saying right now, you just got to apply yourself a tad bit to start understanding DeFi. And there are so many rewards in doing that. Like, most people that tap in with us, I don't think are all full-time in crypto, full-time, traders in this life. They're just, working their 9 to 5 and then building their bags, paying attention to people like us, giving them gems and information. But, take the torch that we're handing to you and run with it and go and learn this stuff, because DeFi, can change your entire life. It could basically retire you, and you don't even really need to make that much in this bull run. If you understand DeFi, you make a few $100,000. You could technically, with the right game plan in DeFi, walk away from your 9 to 5. And you never have to go back. And then you can basically teach this to your children. So, when it's your time and you pass these digital assets off to your children, they know how to keep these digital assets working for the family tree. So, I mean, it's not rocket science. Yeah, you do need to put in some elbow grease, and you definitely need to apply yourself. But again, the rewards they're just fabulous. So yeah, that's all.
This news, man, really it's so crazy. This is like a perfect example of how the masses, especially in the crypto community, are always distracted and like really tribal. The fact that everybody's trending right now about XRP and the Grayscale trust and not even fading and just completely fading Soy is mind-blowing to me. So anyways, I thought that I'd touch on that. Let's transition, and I want to just capitalize on what Mr. Aqua just said. DeFi is going to be the future. And if you don't believe that, then you're not paying attention to the developments that are happening right now. For the first time, Congress just held a Senate committee meeting, and their primary focus and topic of discussion was DeFi. So now let's transition. If you guys are tapping in, we really do appreciate you for, jumping in on these live calls with us. Do us a favor, smash the thumbs up and then subscribe. As we roll over into the next segment, we're going to get into proving to you guys that these larger organizations and systemically important people are talking about DeFi. They're telling you all that this is going to be the future. And then we're going to listen to some panel discussions talk about you earning income every single day of every single second and how that's possible through the utilization of blockchain and DeFi, and how that income that you're earning through DeFi, through digital assets, should be earning you yield every second of every single day. And now, for the first time in history, we have the opportunity as retail investors to participate in that new financial system, right? But you have to first set a foundation of education. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get wrecked. You're going to lose money. You don't want that to happen to you. So you need to start with an educational foundation, which is, again, why we created the Wealth 28 Club. Then we're going to roll into a fundamental video clip from Paul Brody, global blockchain leader at EY, mentioned trillions of dollars. I've played this video clip for you guys before, but then I want to play a little bit of an extended video clip from his perspective on what's going to bring that money into the system, back into crypto. And he mentions that's going to be DeFi. So we put together what's just happened, right? Bitcoin's now got a liquidity pool that you can go and enter in on Aerodrome. We're seeing large organizations involved in building trust out for DeFi native digital assets like Soy, right? And what have me and Mr. Aqua been telling you guys? If you head over to our profiles, you guys can see clear as day before all the retail herd comes in. We've been trying to get you guys to see. Mr. Aqua reposted this on August 6th. It's something that I posted. I said, one day you could, in the form of research, completely educate yourself on DeFi. And idiots right now are fudding DeFi, and they will realize that some of the largest institutions have positions right now in DeFi. If you go look at DeFi Llama, or you go look at Crystal, you can go look at some of the largest positions in DeFi. And there are financial institutions with hundreds of millions of dollars actively deployed in DeFi right now, earning yield. Okay. Mr. Aqua said underneath of this post, a lot of influencers are saying that DeFi is a scam. And it's simply just because, in my personal opinion, they're scared to learn. They're afraid. They're fearful, primarily because of everything that we've lived through over the past 2 to 3 years with the bear market cycle, exchanges collapsing, depegging of certain assets, right? And it's created an environment hindering people's ability to step outside of their comfort zone. And you do not want to be that type of person in this innovative, transformative wave of technological advancement. So let me show you guys, okay? This is a prediction. Let's head over here. This is the Python network. DeFi set to scale to 10 trillion by 2030. 2030 is not a long time away, okay? That's only what, 7 years away? That is not a long time. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're an investor, you should at a minimum have a 5-year game plan. 5 years from now, that puts us at what, 2029? That is not a long way away, people, okay? So in between now and then, I would assume most likely scenario is that we will experience another bull market cycle. What are you going to do to keep that wealth? Like Mr. Aqua said, are you going to sell? No, you want to keep your assets, allow them to be working for you to earn passive income, and then pass those assets over to your children. You keep the passive income that your assets are making. You give those assets to your children. That's the way that I see it, right?
Facts.
So check this out. Just to show you guys that it's not myself and Mr. Aqua telling you about this stuff, let's just listen to some perspectives from some individual representatives of the U.S. Senate. And then we'll listen to some panel discussions from some of the largest organizations in crypto right now. So take a second. This is from Representative Mike Flood. This is from the Senate. What is this specifically off the top of my head? I don't remember what this is called. I don't want to sound ignorant. French Hill leads House Financial Services Committee hearing on the future of decentralized finance. So this just took place a day ago. This is on Forbes. Okay.
The very first DeFi congressional meeting ever to take place. Yeah.
Ever. And look at the date, September 10th, 2024. What I find interesting, I don't want to get conspiratorial, but I said this to Mr. Aqua offline. This took place the same time frame as the presidential debate. And if you go and you look at Twitter and YouTube from yesterday or 2 days ago, collectively speaking, everybody's attention was on the presidential debate and not this. This Senate meeting was so historical. And what they were saying is so monumental. People are completely fading what they're, and we're literally showing you guys that they're the ones telling you guys that DeFi is going to be the future. It's not just me and Mr. Aqua telling you all this. It's literally individuals in Congress. So let's just take a second and listen to some of these things that they're saying. Hold on, let me share my screen so you guys can actually hear.
If you're good. Your videos right now, you're probably using YouTube to get your videos out there. Now, if you're putting your videos on YouTube, then your income stream is beholden to the rules that YouTube has regarding how much ad revenue they share with their creators. Everything flows through a centralized intermediary between the creator and the revenue generated from the audience. What a decentralized web would do is cut out that intermediary. The creator, as I understand it, would own what they create, and they'd keep the lion's share of that value that their creation brings. That would have to be beholden to the terms of a corporate third party hosting their work. They wouldn't have to be beholden. The infrastructure of the platform itself would guarantee they are compensated directly for the value they bring. Ms. Reddick.
Okay, so I just wanted to touch on that because what he's specifically mentioning is getting compensated for the value that you bring every single day, getting paid out every single second of every single day through the utilization of DeFi, and not waiting for these centralized intermediaries to pay us as content creators or as entrepreneurs or even as a 9-to-5 person, right? Most likely you make 1 to 2 paychecks, maybe 3 max per month. You get paid bi-weekly, once a week, or once a month, right? That is all set to change with DeFi. Now, what he said in the Congress hearing, okay, or the House Committee Senate, check this out. This goes hand in hand with what Tiana Baker Taylor said. Let me just present the screen so you guys can hear this one. This goes hand in hand with what Tiana Baker Taylor said, a video posted from the Digital Pound Foundation just 4 months ago labeled Navigating the Future of the Stablecoin Market. And this is in collaboration with Stellar, whom we know right now is building out a massive DeFi ecosystem, okay? And listen to what she says about content creators, same thing as the individual representative from the Senate was saying about earning every single day. Take a second and listen.
Stablecoins backed by real-world assets like fiat reduce user friction, transaction time, and cost. In addition to offering slippage and liquidity protection for traders and investors during volatile periods within crypto capital markets, they can be sent and received by literally anyone, anywhere, anytime. And this becomes really significant when we consider how we live and work are rapidly changing. Gig workers and content creators around the world can now receive payments for their services in real time. Smaller value, large volume, mass payouts for services like app developers, royalties for musicians, and humanitarian aid can now be sent for fractions of their historical cost. With the added benefit of on-chain transparency the blockchain enables, it allows both the sender and the recipient to view those transactions immediately.
Okay, so the reason why I wanted to play that is because, again, it coexists with what the gentleman, the representative from the Senate, was saying about earning immediately, earning instantaneously. Okay, now let's take what both of those representatives said and let's mash together what other representatives are talking about, how your income that you're earning every single day, which we just heard 2 representatives mention that you should be earning and that you are going to be able to earn every single day through DeFi, through blockchain. That income that you're earning should be generating yield for you. That's the key word right here. That's what we want to try to get you guys to fixate on, is that this is the new future. Screw the whole mentality of the 9-to-5. That mentality is now changing, okay? If you do become a crypto entrepreneur, millionaire, maybe even 100,000-aire, or maybe even you just have a few $1,000s in crypto and it does numbers and you become, $50,000 richer. You don't want to sell that. I'm telling you guys right now, back into the traditional system. You want to learn how to get that income that you then earned working for you, generating you yield. Check this out, okay? This is a panel discussion labeled Tokenization Eats World, Why the Future of Financial Markets is Digital. On stage, we have Stacy Warden, Algorand Foundation CEO. We have Casper Labs Association representative, Parcel, Solana Foundation, and some other miscellaneous representatives. But listen to what this gentleman says here about exactly what I'm trying to get you guys to see. Take a second and listen.
Well, so today, if you want to take money that you earn through your income from your employer, that money goes into a bank, right? And that takes time, and you usually receive it only twice a month. And then if you want to take that money and invest it in the stock market, you've got to, connect your account through Plaid or whatever interface they have, and then move that money, which, ACHs and takes a day or two. And then you can trade it. Maybe there's even another day before you can trade it. So you're talking about, money coming in 2 days a month, taking, 1 to 3 days for you to take that money and then be able to invest it in the market. That's lost economic value, right? Those few days. Imagine if your income is streamed to you daily. Imagine that you can borrow against future income. Imagine that the second that you have money, you can go buy something with it. And the second you sell it, you can go buy something else. That your money is earning yield that entire time. And then, as Stacy said, imagine taking assets that are yield generating and being able to use those as payment and settlement for goods and services.
Boom, right there. He literally just mentioned that's 3 videos now of individuals telling you guys you're going to be able to get paid every second of every single day, and you're going to be able to take that money and earn yield in it. I want to give you a live example of what I'm doing right now with my stablecoin portfolio, which is roughly around $24,500, which earns me about anywhere between $700 to $900 per month. I can take that passive income. I can send it to my crypto Visa card from crypto.com. I can deploy my stable coins that I'm earning back into my crypto Visa card, and I can go and make every single day payments on those yield bearing assets. That is a perfect example of right now how I am in the moment utilizing DeFi to my benefit. I'm earning yield on my income. I'm not touching the income that I'm earning yield on, but the yield earning income that I earned, I can go and spend that. I can pay my bills with it. I can buy ice cream. I can buy food, whatever. Okay. If you're not taking advantage of that right now, for example, if you just got paid, what's today, the 12th? Everybody usually gets paid between the 12th and the 15th. If you got paid and that money is just sitting in your bank account, not doing anything, collecting dust, wrong answer. Wrong answer. At a minimum, you could transfer that into a USDC stablecoin, which is a regulated stablecoin, right? And you could go and deploy that onto DeFi, again, not financial advice, and you can earn 10% on that. You could earn 12% on that. On some platforms, right? You could earn an upwards of anywhere between 30 to 40% on your stable coins right now. Why are they sitting in your traditional bank account collecting dust? It's, again, most likely because of 2 things: lack of education or because you're fearful. What's stopping you? If you're not afraid of the banking system, I don't know what the heck you're like. It's so backwards. How do people trust the banking system, which has been screwing you over, lying to you your entire life, when there's a golden opportunity for you to exponentially grow your wealth right now in this moment in history? I don't even know what to say. It's so mind-blowing. What's your take on that, Mr. Aqua?
You know, another thing too is this, like, I don't know if people know this, but this is something that I learned back when I was, you know, working at a bank and a loan officer. But if you make more payments to your principal, like, let's just say instead of making a once a month mortgage payment, and then you break that into 4 payments in a month, you are now putting more towards the actual principal and less towards the interest rate. Do the math. I don't want to dive down that rabbit hole, but it's proven math. So getting paid daily, you guys got to reorganize your mind to be like, all right, I need to pay my bills every single day with getting paid daily, or whatever cadence you come up with, because now you have the opportunity to pay less in interest and get that principal paid off sooner than later. Like, for example, a 30-year mortgage right now, if you just make a once a month payment, you're going to pay it off in 30 years. But if you do a bi-weekly payment, you're going to get that bad boy paid off in like 15, like half the time. So, yeah, you know, this is major for the ones that really know. Like, this is ammunition to get ahead, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to play this video clip from the Algorand CEO, but I just want to, I want to touch on why I think people are not taking advantage of this opportunity. And it's honestly, in my personal opinion, because of lack of financial literacy. Like, not only that, but we live in a society where people are so fixated on instant gratification. So, for example, because of the high price appreciation and previous market cycles that crypto influencers have experienced, people now involved in crypto expect that when they get involved. And so maybe you have $1,000, right? And I'm telling you that you could go and earn 10% on $1,000. And most people are like, 10% on $1,000, that's not a lot of money, blah, 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 blah. But never in history before the past 4 to 5 years have you ever been able to do that. In traditional finance, you cannot, no bank right now is going to give you 10% on $1,000. That alone within itself is powerful, because when you take that 10%, maybe it's only $1 that you're earning per month, but then you compound that and you add to that, it snowballs over time. And I promise you, somebody that starts at the beginning of the year with $1,000 in DeFi and constantly adds to it, so maybe you have an extra $100 every single month or $500 every month to add to the account. Plus, on top of that, you're taking the weekly or daily interest that you're earning on that $1,000, because in DeFi you get paid out daily. and you snowball that back into the account, that person is going to have so much more money, even if it's only $10,000 more or $20,000 more by the end of the year, than the person that just sits in traditional finance with $1,000 in their bank account and does nothing. And if that does not motivate you, I don't know what else will. I'm talking to a wall right now. If what I just said does not motivate you to, at least at a minimum, get educated in DeFi, go through an educational course, go through a process of learning what we're talking about. Even if you think you know what DeFi is, go through a course. This is literally hundreds of video breakdowns, probably hours upon hours upon hours. I couldn't even imagine how many hours this year that we've spent in this course to provide for you guys, just to simply educate you on what the heck we're talking about, to motivate you all to not get stuck in the traditional mindset of HODL and I got money in my bank account, right? That is so dead. We are literally transitioning into an environment where you could be generating income every second of every single day. I go check my DeFi position. I pulled profit yesterday, pulled $100. There's probably another $30 sitting in my DeFi position right now, overnight. Boom. You know,
That's real. That's real.
It's insane. It's insane that people aren't capitalizing on this. So let me just play, because a lot of people, probably a lot of my viewers, utility bag holders, they hold algo, right? Well, here is the algo CEO telling you guys exactly what I'm saying. So remember, these are not perspectives that are coming from me and Mr. Aqua. This is information that we are attempting to relay to you guys because people are sleeping on this. For example, this is uploaded 6 days ago and only has 329 views. Listen to what she says here about earning passive income.
Is that there's a difference between clearing and settlement.
Let me slow that down. Sorry, I'll be watching these videos on like 1.75 speed.
Clearing is when you send the messages about what you're going to do, and settlement is when the money actually changes hands. And blockchain is the solution to that, right? Clearing is settlement. It's instantaneous. And so that nirvana, to me, and I think we can get there in 5 years, is that you have regulated institutional grade fiat exchanged for tokenized assets on chain. Like that will be, I mean, it's a small step for crypto, but it's a huge leap for traditional finance, right? And so we, at Al, not to make this an advertisement, but at Algorand, we just tokenized worked with Aberdeen to tokenize an Aberdeen money market fund. Now we're not there with this, right? So Quantos, which is a digital euro, it's fiat, it's not a stable coin, it's a digital euro regulated by the Dutch central bank. And then there's a company called CYPRX, which is regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK.
Notice how she's mentioning regulation. For those of you all who are scared and like so afraid that this market's not regulated, she's mentioning regulated entities working with algo. Keep that in mind.
This CYPRX takes Aberdeen money market fund, tokenizes it, and holds it. So Aberdeen is not yet issuing digital assets on chain. That I think is where we need to get to in the fight. And then of course, we then, after so the Algorand Foundation did the first transaction. Of course, we bought, I think, 100 million of Aberdeen money market shares. We have the tokens that CYPRX minted. And now we can do atomic swaps, and we're doing our first one this week. The wallet for that initial transaction was DXAFL. No, just kidding. But you can look it up. It's on chain, right? Like you can see it really happening. And so then we'll do atomic swaps, and so you can trade atomically. And again, this is instantaneous, zero counterparty risk kind of settlement. And I think that's where we can get. And again, we don't have this assets minted directly on chain yet. But I think we can get there in the next 5 years. Now, if you allow me to be a little bit more like woo-woo forward thinking, out more than 5 years, there is not a difference between cash and assets. I mean, cash is an asset. So why couldn't we take the tiniest little sliver of that Aberdeen money market fund and use the little ownership that I have of it and buy a cup of coffee with it, right? Why can't my cash always be earning income? Always, always, always. And the miracle of the blockchain, this is going to happen. Your tiniest sliver of an asset can always be working for you, and you can buy a cup of coffee, though, when you want to with it.
What did I just say to you guys? Literally word for word. This is now coming from the algo CEO. Okay. How many individuals out there hold algo in their cold storage bag, don't even know they could go deploy their algo and liquidity pools and start earning yield, and take that yield, deploy it into more liquidity pools or in stable coins, pay themselves every single freaking day, right? How many people are holding algo when it goes back to all-time highs, going to sell that algo back out for fiat cash and then go buy some freaking car or some house that's just going to depreciate in value over time? Come on now, people. You got to tap in. So again, the reason why I'm attempting to show you guys these perspectives from industry leading representatives is because these individuals that are heading and leading these blockchain organizations and these crypto native projects, they're the ones telling you all this. But again, because everybody's distracted, because everybody's brains are manipulated, and we've been in a state of fear, uncertainty, and doubt for the last 2.5 to 3 years, people are scared, they're timid. But that's why we created the community for you guys to come branch out, at a minimum, get educated, start familiarizing yourself with what's happening right now. You don't want to get left behind. So